Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. So, yeah, it's been a while. I'm actually still, well, first of all, where was I? I was actually in China. I was in China for about 10 days. So that's why you didn't get streams for that long. But then as soon as I got home, I ended up getting a very bad case of the flu, which I'm actually still getting over. But today is the first day that I feel well enough to at least attempt a stream, so we're going to see what kind of work we can get done on this stream. And I may cut it off early if I'm getting tired or if my voice is starting to go or whatever, but we're going to try it. But yeah, that's I've been sick with the flu very bad for like 5 days, so the streams were delayed even longer than they were supposed to be, but anyway, I did end up getting some work done while I was in China, mostly while I was traveling. Bunch of interesting things, which I will, I guess, get into in a little bit. But before I do that, I want to remind everyone that Alchemortis is available for wishlisting on Steam. There's a new trailer on the Steam page, which was available before I went to China. But if you haven't seen it, check it out and give it a wish list. You can also support the game on Patreon. This top sponsor tier here will give you a full key for the game when the game releases. So this is like a pre-purchase. So check that out. That helps me out a lot. You could also consider purchasing one of my Udemy courses. The links for all that stuff are in the description below. Every little bit of support helps. And of course, with the courses, you'll also learn how to build games in the Godot engine, which is very useful. So it's a win-win if you ask me. All right. Anyway, so I guess we'll say hi to everyone before I get into sort of what the main focuses are right now. So let's say hello to Ito Makes Games. Welcome back. Hello, Monkey Software. China, yes, indeed. He do be back from China. Yeah. It can't tell if the title is serious or it's a joke. No, it's serious. It's serious. I was looking at my Ace Sprite hours on Steam and it's a whopping 1,300. I think I have like 1,000 hours on Ace Sprite as well, but most of that is just like I accidentally leave it open for an entire day. I do like an hour of work in it and then I just leave it open. It's not a joke. It is not a joke, no. Stay warm and drink lots of water. I have been. What sucked about the flu is that I had a fever, the fever broke, then like a couple days afterwards the fever came back and I was like, okay. But I think it's on the out for good now. I basically just have to suppress a cough that I have here. But we're good. Our favorite niche celeb is back, yes. Hope you get well soon, thank you, yeah. Hello, Nice Nick. Literally checked out what's going on with your channel 2 hours ago, nice. Gathering inspiration for the inevitable China DLC. I have said this before, it would be interesting to have like Eastern themed cards, because there's a lot of like, obviously the game is like Western Europe themed for the most part, but having like that traveling or that merchant, the shopkeep, being able to offer like Eastern themed cards, like maybe Eastern kinds of demons or whatnot, I think that would be cool. But he didn't even use the lemons and honey I've sent him. Excuse me, I'm going to try not to cough too much. So hopefully I don't annoy you too much. Having to watch with barely any volume because I'm in public, can't hear a thing. Oh, that's alright. Sounds like a good DLC theme or expansion. Yeah, it could be for sure. But he touched some grass and got sick. Oh no. Did I touch grass? Trying to think. I don't think my feet ever touched grass the entire time I was traveling to China or while I was in China. So maybe that's the problem. Anyway. So one thing that I've been trying to solve is this issue of large cards not being that attractive, not being attractive options in your build. And the reason is because it's just almost always more viable to just alchemize a bunch of abilities onto small cards. So there's two major things that I'm doing to address that. The first is there's a new stability system here. And let me go into the Alchemy Manager. Where is stability? Oh, I'm not in the right branch. There we go. Actually, I don't know if I'm on the right branch at all. Git pull rebase origin master. Damn it. I mean, dang it. Git checkout. There's project.godot. Git add. Git rebase. Continue. Okay. Git push -f. Okay. All right, so anyway, I have this stability system now that I'm working on. So the idea here is stability represents how many abilities a card can have before it starts accruing negative abilities. So if you remember, the alchemy system has negative abilities, and the negative abilities could be anything like heal the enemy or deal 4 damage to yourself or apply whatever bleed to yourself. There could be a lot more negative abilities added as well. But this stability idea is that the larger a card is, the more abilities it can support without accruing negatives. And right now, stability is just equal to the number of cells that it occupies. So the idea is that a 1/1 card has a stability of 1, which means that it can support 1 ability on it. It can support 1 ability on it without accruing any negative abilities. So that means as soon as you add an additional ability, so 2 abilities, then you'll be able to put those 2 abilities on the card, but then you will have a negative ability as well. And with a large card, like with the dragon that I just did, which I might have in my inventory here. Let's see. I did a bone dragon card, but that is a 3x3 card. It's the first 3x3 card in the game. It has 9 cells. So sequence contains no elements. What the heck? Project. Anyway, so the bone dragon has 9 cells, which means that it could support 9 abilities before accruing negatives. And then what I'm going to also do in addition to the stability system is I'm going to make the negative abilities much more detrimental as well. So instead of them just being like little paltry, like deal 2 damage to self, they're actually going to be quite penalizing. Now the goal still is to make it so that you could jujitsu the negatives into positives for yourself. But anyway, so here's the skeleton dragon. The skeleton dragon here is a 3x3 card, so it's got 9 cells. So this can support 9 abilities before having any negative abilities on it. So basically, what I'm trying to do is make the large cards the ones that are the targets for like the higher or the more numerous alchemical abilities, and to penalize players for trying to stack a bunch of abilities onto a 1x1 card. So anyway, I'll stop there for a second. Literally go in sicko mode. That means dev will go 10 times faster. Can somebody make a transcript of everything Firebelly says? Hello, Snup Bill. Thank you for the IDR 20,000 with the message Yummers. Very much appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you. And good to be back. How was the break? The break was awesome. The break was awesome. Thank you again for the IDR 20,000. Very much appreciate that. RN Genesis, we are back. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Welcome. Dog Eat Dog, welcome back. Thank you. Good to be back. He's saying why Arc Raiders deserved the Game of the Year. It's true. MKRD, welcome. It's crazy how much coding you've done in this game already. So many thousands of lines of code. Yeah, there's a lot of code. There's a lot of code for sure. Do you recommend use GDScript or C# with Godot? It's a personal preference. There's nothing wrong with using GDScript. Nothing wrong with using C#. It'd just be a matter of, yeah, whatever you feel most productive with. Did I see dragons in China? I saw a lot of carved dragons, a lot of depictions of dragons, but I did not see any real ones, unfortunately. Oh, so someone held down the key. Backslashes aren't renewable. Yeah, GDScript is, I mean, I would recommend, like, yeah, if you just want to toy around with Godot, might as well just use GDScript because you don't really need to do any extra setup there. And a GDScript is actually really fun to use. I like it a lot. So I wouldn't get too hung up on which language you choose. GDScript is definitely capable, and it's also very fun. Will enemies also have those negatives on their cards? No, the negative abilities only apply to alchemy. So the negative abilities only come up through the alchemy system, and enemy cards are not alchemized. So, hello, Blair William. Thank you. It's an interesting way to strike balance. Yeah, we're gonna see how it works. I do have to make a bunch of edits to the alchemy system because the problem here is this says cards will have 0 to 1 negative ability. And that's kind of a little bit ambiguous. And the reason it says that is because there are different sizes of cards. Like when you mix a bunch of cards in the alchemy, the outputs can be any of the inputs in terms of the card type. So I mixed a skeleton in with that sage there. And a skeleton could have been a possible output, but a skeleton, because it has 2 cells, could have supported both of these abilities, these alchemized abilities together, without accruing a negative. So, but then I also have to change it to work with the honey reagent, which, again, that removes negative abilities from a card. And that's also going to work too. So if you want to stack a bunch of abilities on a 1x1 card, and then get some honey to like remove the negative abilities, you can do that. Was I right in my prediction? I can't hear. I was prototyping an EVE offline 2D type game in Godot. Never know how much doing math and code is hard, like degrees and such. Oh yeah, it can be hard. Got him. You sound out of breath, man. Do take it slow. Hope you recover well. Yeah, I'm trying to suppress my cough so I'm not annoying you too much. But yeah, I'll probably take it easy today. I just didn't want to go. I didn't want to go another day without streaming. Hello, Polaris. Thank you. Hope you have a nice day as well. Need a suppressor. Okay, I don't know why this is breaking here. One second. Oh, this is okay. There's an issue here. So this is a no elements exception, so there's no, okay. So this get negative ability range, that's the text that's showing up when I go into, the alchemy here. So let me see this. Skeleton warrior, let's do, why am I not remembering? Axe, imp, candle. So there's a couple of things that I need to figure out with this system. First, I need to resolve that error, but also I need to figure out how to communicate stability properly. So cards will have 0 to 2 negative abilities. Oh, I should put honey on there too. Test that out. Let's add another one. So I need to figure out a way of communicating stability. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. But gotta fix that error first for sure. So if I put this here, then I put honey here, cards will have 0 to 1 negative ability. We just do this and make sure it works. Okay. So that worked. So the honey removed this should have 1 negative ability, but the honey reduced that number, so it doesn't have any. This one, if it wasn't legendary, would have had 2 negative abilities on it because there are 2 additional abilities beyond what's supported by the stability. So that appears to be working. I do need to figure out how to communicate that, like I said. Might not be able to figure that out just yet, but let's figure out this issue first. Smallest stability. I actually don't know how to do this. Let's see. Just do 0 there. I think that's going to fix it. We'll just check if it's empty and set it to 0. There's some kind of hot reload C# features for Godot. I don't think so. I don't think that's the thing. Smash wall dev. Welcome back, by the way. Try to dev my own game in Godot. Buy your course. It does help me a lot. You really inspire me. But still a lot more hard part to do, like game design polish and such. Yeah. Yeah, game development is very hard. Very hard. So now the question is, how's this working? Get negative ability range. This is taking all the abilities, the max ability count here, the min ability count. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure that this is using the correct logic here. I think this is wrong. Total abilities, this needs to be... all abilities to randomize.count. Total ability count. Okay. I think that's right. I think that's right. Hello, I'm your new subscriber. I have a quick cue. I am a CLG student currently in 3rd semester, and I want to learn game dev. I have HP Victus with Ryzen 5 and RTX 3050 with 16 out of 512 storage. Is it okay for me to start? Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what those things are. I mean, I don't know what the Ryzen 5 is, but yeah, it should be plenty. I mean, Godot runs on potato hardware, so if you're going to use Godot, you could definitely create a game with that. There are no issues whatsoever. I can't speak to how that's going to work if you want to do like Unity or Unreal or something, but this is a Godot channel, so I'll recommend that you use Godot and you'll have absolutely no problems with that. GD Quest might be a smidge better, but they're asking $250. Fire Belly is great value for money and recommended stuff over anything else. Yeah, GD Quest is great for sure, but they are a little bit more premium. Yeah, this is true. Any computer is good enough for 2D Godot development. Absolutely. Having a below average PC is kind of helpful. Your game is more likely to run smoothly on other people's hardware. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Okay, let's do a couple more tests with this. So cards will have 0 to 2 negative abilities. Okay, so this one got 2 negative abilities here. So you can see that it got the 3 abilities that got merged together during the alchemy, but then it also got those negative abilities: apply 2 holy to enemy, apply 3 poison to self. Now, one thing that I want to try is doing this and then throwing the honey in there as well. 2 negative abilities will be removed. If I do that, that should basically just give me... Oh, interesting. So, yeah, there's a chance that the alchemy could remove an ability as well. I think that's okay, though. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on here. This one has a higher turn count. Let me look at this. Honey? Turn cooldown 11. I'm gonna have to think about that a little bit, but I think that's good. I think that's good. So yeah, in terms of communicating the stability, I don't know. I think I may have to do that as part of more of like a player education with the alchemy system. I think the alchemy system is starting to make a lot more sense though now. One second. Okay. Let's see. Develop a game on a 10K PC and getting review bombed on Steam because it doesn't run on people's 5K PCs must hurt. Yeah. Do you build games on your own, or do you have a team of developers, designers, music guys? Oh, it's all me. I mean, I'm like hiring a musician for the music and stuff, but everything else is me. All the art, all the programming, the game design, everything is me. Where to learn about using Godot and other things which help in 2D game dev, extra tips. Well, I have some Godot courses you could take. Those are linked in the description below, so if you're interested, you could check those out. They're on Udemy. There's also a bunch of free YouTube tutorials you could check out. And the Godot documentation is a great way a great place to start as well. So yeah, I would use those resources. I've got, like I said, the courses, my courses, YouTube videos. Just you could do like Godot overview videos or whatever. Beginner tutorials. There's a bunch of beginner tutorials on YouTube. And then the documentation is also a great place. Hello, Artem. How's China? Where have you been? What cities? China was good. I went to Beijing, and then I went to a city called Luoyang, which is about a 4-hour bullet train ride from Beijing. Spent the most of my time in Luoyang, and then a couple of days in Beijing. So that's where I was. All right. I think this is feeling pretty good, actually. So, I actually don't know if there's anything else I need to do with this. So, fix some issues. Stability. Sounds like a good vacation. It was. It was. The worst part were the flights and also getting the flu as soon as I got home. That was definitely the worst part. Okay. So I'm going to need to add a lot more... Oh, I have so many things to do. I need to add a lot more negative abilities to the alchemy system. Where is that? Configure negative abilities here. I'm gonna need to do a lot more negative abilities. I don't have that many here, but like I said, I'm gonna make these a lot more punishing as well, so they can't just be ignored. But I think the thing to do now is to just do a test here. The other thing I need to do is, let's see, I'm gonna make this done. Do pass large cards. I want to give large cards multiple abilities to make them even more powerful. But I think what I want to do here is let's just do a quick test run. I need to add more negative alchemy abilities. Add more obelisk powers. I have all these unfinished systems. They're not unfinished, they're not unfinished. They're finished from a feature standpoint, but they just need to have more content done for them. I don't know what this means. Okay, anyway. Let's give this just a quick playthrough, and we'll see what happens. But first, give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on a second. What am I doing? Okay, be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's do this. Do you still have access to the courses for Patreon members? Yes. Yep. Patreon members get access to the Udemy courses. Not on Udemy, they just... you can just access them through Patreon. Actually, I'm from India, so game dev for Indian parents is like doing smuggling. Sad life, I'm going to start even if I cook by B-Tech life. Well, all I can say is good luck to you. I hope the game dev goes well. Hey man, long time no see. Hope you had a blast and are refreshed for work. I'm trying to be refreshed. Still getting over the flu, which is sapping my energy, but we're gonna forge ahead. I vanished, yeah. Learn the stuff you're gonna need to research some more based on the course. Yeah, the course is not exactly for beginners, so Does that mean you spend 10 days with no McDonald's? No, there are McDonald's in China. I had McDonald's at the Beijing airport, for instance, and there's also a McDonald's in the Hong Kong airport. All right, let's see what happens. So I've got this. So we've got that floating eyeball there. Under the watch of the Inquisition, notoriety penalty increased. So I probably don't want to go that way. We'll start with the enchant. Turn cooldown is reduced by 1. Here, we'll go this way. Take the free health upgrade. Grab those. Uh-oh. Blood rewards increased by 5. All revealed nodes will be hidden by the fog of war. Okay. So that was a trigger node. Interesting. I haven't really tested all these systems together yet, so we'll see how this goes. That's a lot of blood, though. What the heck? Okay, I just hit 2 trigger nodes in a row, I guess. All right, what do I want to do here? I need some cards for some alchemy. I guess we'll hit these 2 boosters here. I think that's the flag. I think you're right. I don't know. I gotta rework the boosters too. I don't know, man. There's so much to do. That was kind of a useless booster pack. What is this one again? All preserve abilities of adjacent cards are guaranteed in alchemy. Okay. Let's grab this booster now. Might as well spend some money. 4 total cards. Okay. Let's get rid of gold. Let's get rid of one of these. I kind of do want the Hellspawn egg. Okay, now let's do some alchemy here. So check this out. I think I can do this. Do this and that and put the amber here. That should give me guaranteed basically everything. We'll put the gold in there as well. All right. Let's see what happens. Apply 4 preserve. Did that gold do anything? That is a 2x multiplier for the crit. Okay. Let's unlock some cells, put this here. Alrighty. I think that'll work. Minion critical chances increased by 10%. I guess we'll take that. Okay. This Inquisition Bless mechanic is obviously happening way too much. Oh, look at that. A pike. So I'm gonna need to, well, yeah. There are so many systems now that I have to kind of like balance together. Wow. I don't know if I'm going to win this one. Let's see. I am building up a lot of preserve, though, so that's good. Am I going to win? Nice. I kind of want to fit the pike onto here. Apply 3 turns of paralysis to 1 random enemy minion card. Let's unlock those and put that there. Cool. Okay, why is this happening so often? Blood roars increased by 5. All revealed nodes will be hidden by fog of war. Reduces my maximum health by 5. Really? So this is actually interesting. This is doing the thing that I wanted it to do, which is change up my path. So that's good. So the trigger node system here, it has buffed / debuffed these things. So this one, it increases the blood reward, but reduces my maximum health. This one increases blood reward, but reduces the, or hides all the nodes in the fog of war again. And this is the same one as the north one. So I need to add more positives and negatives to this system, but now I kind of have to choose what I want to do here. I think I'll just go this way. Hide all the nodes in the fog of war again. Cool. We're going to get that imp soon as well. And then I'll try some alchemy here. Upgrade a card. We'll upgrade this one. Perfect. We upgrade again. Nice. Cool. I think I'm going to win that one. Okay. Oh, I fixed this, by the way. Fix the soft lock. Oh, great. Okay, this is happening way too much, though. Blood reward is increased by 5. You take increasing fire damage over time. Interesting. Well, might as well do this one. It's time for game dev once again. Hello, Jackie Daytona. Welcome back. Good to see you. Okay, I made it through the fire damage there. Oh, I have the imp now, too. Let's do some alchemy. Okay, and now it's doing the blessing again. Okay, seriously? Why is that happening so much? Okay. Let's do that. Projects to adjacent cards, apply 5 fire. Ooh, no. This one. Apply 5 preserve for each time fire was applied since last execution. What else? Really can't fit much of anything here. We'll just try that, I guess. Okay, I guess that's the one I'm going to go with. So grab this. I'm going to need to make a room for it. So let's unlock some cells here. Put the imp there. Probably just going to want to use a couple of mausoleum keys so that they have they are extra applicators of fire. Might as well just throw the maggot on here, I suppose. Okay. I'll just go to the obelisk, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know. Transforms 3 nearby nodes into combat nodes. All nearby combat nodes award 5 additional blood. Booster nodes. All nearby booster nodes will offer 1 enemy faction card. Reagent nodes. All nearby reagent nodes will contain a guaranteed death orchid. Let's do that. That is a bug I'm going to need to address. So that's a little bit of a bug. Hello, Wooius. Welcome back. Good to see you. So, I don't really have a way to get there. I guess I'll just go this way. Oh my goodness. Yep, this build is very powerful now. Let's go fight the boss. Boss down. All right. So I think it's feeling pretty good. I think it's feeling pretty good. Look at all this mice. Why did I get so much? Wait a minute. Imp applied 45 preserve. Wow. I had like 100 preserve. That's crazy. Okay. I'm just trying to think. I think this is feeling all right. I just gotta need to tweak and play test a lot of this stuff and add more content, or add more buffs and debuffs here for a lot of those systems. I think the alchemy is feeling pretty good with the changes that I've made. I think I need to make a large pass across all the cards as well, just reevaluate some of the card abilities and such, but I think it's feeling better. It's feeling better generally speaking. So yeah, we'll have to play test that more, but let me do this. I'm gonna merge that branch. What the heck? Oh. Sounds like a lot of fun with all the new mechanics. I think so. I think it'll be fun. We will see. But yeah, I got to polish things up. I also want to, yeah, just enable more synergies, more builds, more creative builds. So I want to take a look at some of the abilities on some of the cards. Yeah, I think at this point it's mostly just a matter of refining everything that I've got here. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do, but I think what I want to do is basically... I think I want to basically get through this to-do list here and then maybe do another playtest with all the, you know, the new changes, the stability changes and stuff. But yeah, this is going to be, it's going to be very hard to get everything balanced and feeling good, but I think it'll be fun. And good morning, Ninja Warrior, Ninja Link. Hello, Dragon Apple / Evan842 Complex. How's China? Which city did you visit? I visited Beijing and Luoyang. Luoyang. I think I'm saying that right. So yeah, that's where I went. Cool. All right, so I need to take a quick 5-minute break, or no, 3-minute break is what I usually do. So I'll do a quick 3-minute break. When I come back, we will do something in the to-do list here. I think I need to reduce the number of trigger nodes, so we're going to do that. And then maybe we'll add some new buffs, debuffs for it. So yeah, give me a quick 3-minute break. I'll be right back, and we will continue on. Okay, I'm back. So, let's do this first thing, which is changing the trigger nodes, generate trigger nodes here. Oh, I see. Excuse me. The reason why this was so common is it was picking 10 to 20 nodes within each notoriety region. I don't think that's the way that I want to do it. Do I need this to be the notoriety region? Let's just do this. 0 to 2. So we'll have up to 2 trigger nodes in each region. So that means that there could be, what, a maximum of 6 trigger nodes in the whole map. I think that'll work. Doesn't need to be that common. Reduce frequency of trigger nodes. Okay, that's done. All right, so we want to do a pass of large cards, make sure large cards have multiple abilities. Maybe we'll just start on that. So let's see. Oh, how am I going to do this? Guess we'll just click down. So I think this would be a good idea. So let's do this. This is going to be a great thing to do. Make sure large cards have multiple abilities. So I think the Abomination only has one ability. So let's just go down the list. I'm going to need your help. The viewers at home, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need you to help me think of multiple abilities to add to these large cards. So this is the Abomination. And maybe this will be easier if I just... How am I going to do this? I need a better way of viewing the final cards. I wonder if I could create an editor tool for that, but let's just see. Hello, Clickertail, welcome. Hello, Daniel Ramos. Hello, hello. Hello, Nick Glenn, welcome back. Good to see you. Thank you. Welcome back to you as well, Nick. Always good to see you at the stream. As you could tell, I'm under the weather, but trying to power through it. I've been sick for long enough, gee dang it. Been sick for long enough. I return and have acquired sound. I can help you. You know, it's crazy that you've made such an extensive gameplay experience and yet you're not even done with all the content for the full game. Yeah, it's... This game was supposed to be easy to make, but that has not been the case. Okay, I'm gone again? Alright, sounds good. That's a bummer, sad to hear it. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. Okay, so this Abomination, this is a large-ish card. It's a 2x2 card, but it only has one ability, which is deal 3 damage per adjacent weapon. Firstly, I think that's relatively weak, so let's just turn that up. And let's think of some other abilities to add to the Abomination. Anyone have any ideas? Anyone have any ideas? What can we do? I'm kind of running low on creative ability ideas too. Let me think. Heal damage based on shield amount. That's an interesting one. Thank you, Alien. Projects damage to relic cards. Should the abomination have a chance of negative effects? Sorry if I'm lacking context. It could, yeah. Projected damage. Yeah, mostly what I'm just trying to do is that the cards that are larger, the cards that take up more space, don't tend to have more abilities. So I'm just gonna do a pass on all these larger cards and like beef them up, just give them more abilities to start. The problem is that like the vanilla large cards are not that attractive to use because they take up a lot of space. So they need to have their power increased. So, yeah. Maybe something with necrosis increases necrosis buildup on the enemy. Yeah, the problem is I don't really want to do anything based, like... I don't want to make necrosis like a scalable ability, if that makes sense. Probably unrealistic, but you could have it project the weapon tag to adjacent cards on the left or right of it. Oh, projecting tags is an interesting idea. That's an interesting idea. Maybe it does something negative the more you use it. You can also see it cause the screen to warp over time. Need my coffee. That's alright. Consumes player bleed stacks and returns them to the enemy. Interesting. I do like the project idea if he already buffs weapons that are nearby that he can project to those. Project to weapons as well. It's an interesting idea. Sorry about that. There's a lot going on right now. All right, anyway. Let's see. So maybe projecting 2 weapon cards as well. Where's my buddy? Is he sleeping? Yeah. I have another animal in the house now too. My fiance's dog, which I guess is my dog now, is here for a couple days, so he's wanting some attention. I'm just worried that he's gonna pee on the floor. But what are you gonna do? I can't stream and watch all the animals at the same time. Anyway, wait, do you have a girlfriend? I don't have a girlfriend, no. I have a fiance. Welcome back, Real Cruda. Always good to see you. Lovely to see you're back, not so lovely you're sick. Yeah, it kind of sucks. All right, I guess we could do a projection onto weapon cards. Here's an interesting one we could do. Maybe we could do project bleed. How would I do that? Let's do ability builder dot projected ability. How do I do this? Composed ability configure. So we do ability builder dot bleed 2. We want to do configure. Config. What do we want to do here? What is this? Query options. So we're probably just going to want this to be this. So yeah, query options. Okay. var project bleed. Let's see if that works. Same difference, right? Yeah, it could be. I have sick 2, have a cracked wisdom tooth, lymph nodes are swollen, fever. Oh, that sucks. That sounds very painful. Yeah, so the abomination's a little bit stronger now. Cool. All right, let's move on to the next one. Beef up abomination. So we'll just go down the list here. The alembic needs to be redone, I think. Maybe we'll do that later, but let's see. Barkeep. Maybe we don't need to do enemy cards with the part of this effort, just the player cards. Luckily I managed to get a dentist appointment for this week. That is good. These are all enemy cards. Ceremonial Dagger, Chicken, Corvid. Let's see. Dog, Dowsing Rod, Dragon Scales, Embalming Fluid. This one sucks. Embalming Fluid sucks. Just in a multitude of ways. Let's just take some time to do that one. Let's see. Open file, card, embalming fluid. Let's just take a different stab at this here. You serious? Oops. Okay. Let's do something a little bit different here for the embalming fluid. Okay. Oh no. I guess it would make sense for it to be a glass jar, but I'm gonna do like a wooden lid instead, I think. Or a wooden jar, I mean. I don't know what you would call a wooden jar. Okay. Something like that. Cool. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't look great. Or maybe it's okay. Nope. I'm not feeling it. But it was a fun little detour. It was a fun little detour. How was China? It was good. It was fun. I had a good time. Thank you, Ariane. Hello, Srami. Welcome, welcome. Very depressed. I had anxiety. I don't know why. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. That's not fun. Jar of wood, heal 3 damage and deal damage self for 3. Oh, well, this is not going the way that I wanted it to. Wonder how easy it would be to just transfer this. Oops. How easy would it be? Let's do this. I'll just try to turn it to glass. We'll just try to turn it to glass. Let's see. Oops. No, not quite. Don't want to do that. What the heck? Something's not centered. Okay. That'll work. I think. Okay. Alrighty. This is better, I suppose. I wonder if I should make this mostly white. Maybe not. I don't know. Drawing glass is somewhat hard. But, I don't know. It's probably alright. I don't know about this, though. Let's move this down. No. It's decent, I suppose. We're so back. Hello, Rookie Tookie. Welcome back. New GMTK video just dropped. What's it about? Pickle juice. Hello, the Dollite. Munching on pickles and necking that juice. Ew. Finally have time to watch a stream after so long. Awesome. What are we working on? Well, right now I'm in the middle of like updating some of the larger cards, but we're on a little bit of a detour updating the embalming fluid card, which did not have good art. Did not have good art. And also, I don't think it has a good ability because I basically never use it. So, we're going to see what happens. Do I want to make this thicker? No. It's okay, I suppose. We'll keep the lid the way it is. Why not? Although I wonder... It's probably all right. Yeah, it's probably fine. Excuse me. The world design of Hollow Knight Silk Song. Oh, interesting. Maybe lines or something to suggest a dirty jar. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to communicate that with the colors that I have. I think it's okay the way it is. Anyway, I think it's better than this. Okay. I guess we'll just fill this part in. Fill that in. Okay, the embalming fluid is updated now. Definitely an improvement, way better. Yeah, thank you. So now we have to figure out what new ability to add to it. Give me 1 second here. All right, I'm back. Whew, okay. So let's figure out what to do about this embalming fluid here. I actually don't remember what the ability is. Tag scaled shield. Apply preserve per allied ritual card. Okay. Well, firstly, we probably want to change this to the new ability definition system. So let's do that. I've already forgot how to do it. New composed ability. I'm a little bit rusty with my systems. Actually, we could probably just largely copy this. So base multiplier 6, let's do query target provider. Apply. Value scalar, get multiplier. Oh, this is almost like exactly the same. Ritual. This is entire board. Query target provider, set multiplier, damage. This needs to be shield. So let's do shield. New shield, dynamic shield. Okay. Scalar equals ability scalars make shield or gets shield scalar. Okay, I think that's right. Cool. What the heck? Delete this. Cool. All right, so we need another ability for the embalming fluid. How was China? It was great. Had a lot of fun. Visited Beijing and Luoyang. It was good. It was good. It was a little bit rusty. All right, boys, time to switch to Rust. Hello, Neozoid. Welcome back. I'm back. Yes, I'm online. Okay, so I need your help now coming up with another ability that we can have for the embalming fluid. So yeah, let me know what we should do. Embalming fluid is centered around shielding. So if we could think of something else shielding related. Apply 6 preserve per allied ritual card. So that's what we're currently doing. We just need to add maybe another ability to it. Godot and Rust are supported. How well? No idea yet. It's true. Maybe something to reduce bleeding. Yeah. Excuse me. Let me think. It could do a heal too, maybe. Maybe it could heal. Doesn't matter how good the support for Rust is. I want to make a game, not satisfy our borrowed checker. Is that a Rust joke? I don't understand it. Probably too technical for me. Went over my head. Lurk mode on, son of a bee. All right, sounds good, Neozoid. Yes. Borrowed checkers or Rust thing. Heal or remove bleed for adjacent minions since you know you're embalming the corpses. Oh, heal, yeah. For adjacent minion, we could do that. So let's do our heal, new composed ability. Let's do constant base multiplier equals 4. I'm just gonna copy these. Let's do adjacent. Hard tag minion. Do I need this value scaler here? I guess I do. Query target provider, adjacent minion, dynamic shield. Let's do heal. Heal, dynamic heal. Okay. Let's do heal value scaler dot get multiplier per adjacent minion. Okay. Yeah, this needs to be get heal scaler. I think that's it. Cool. So this is the shield. Cool. Should probably abstract this out. So this pattern is a pattern that I'm using multiple times. So I could probably in the ability builder here create like a public static composed ability, simple scaled ability or something like that. I don't know exactly how that would look. I would have to configure it and then also just pass in whatever ability I wanted, as well as the multiplier and the scaling. Oh, that would be a little bit tricky. Be a little bit tricky. Oh well. Simple scale to build. We'll figure that out later, I suppose. Okay, anyway. So let's take a look at the embalming fluid then. Guess we'll just make sure that that works. Half the time I want to scream at the borrow checker. And I like Rust, but yeah, that borrow checker can be a pain. That is going to make it ritual minions pretty useful. Though I'm having a hard time remembering which cards I would ultimately synergize with. Hello, Pix. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So I'm liking this so far. So that's just what I'm going to have to continue doing, is just going through, I didn't really get to test that, but going through all the large cards there. And just adding more abilities. I don't think there's too many of them, but anyway, let's see if I can actually test this now. I want to see if at least the heal works. All right, let's see. Heal does work. Cool. Alrighty. Oh, I got an error here. What is this? Oh, that's nothing. I mean, that is an issue, but I don't know where it's coming from. It's not causing any problems at the moment, so we will ignore it. We'll sweep that under the rug. Cool. All right, well, I'm feeling a little bit tired now from this dang flu that I'm getting over. So I'm gonna end the stream there. I said I might end it early. I'm gonna go rest up a bit, but I'm on the mend, so hopefully we can return back to the normal stream lengths either by tomorrow or Wednesday. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you for being here. Very much appreciate it. And if you are interested, you can wishlist Alchemortis on Steam. The link for that is in the description below. I've got a new trailer up, so watch that if you're interested. I think the trailer turned out amazing. And yeah, thank you for your support. Glad to be back. And yeah, sorry for the shorter stream, but I do want to take it easy. I don't want to overexert myself, because I mentioned earlier on the stream that I had a fever, it went away, and then it came back. And I think that's because I overexerted myself. So I don't want that to happen again. So, but if all goes well, I'll be back at it tomorrow again at 10 a.m. Eastern. So I hope to see you there. And yeah, we're getting into that Christmas season. So I hope if you guys have stuff going on with your family and friends that you enjoy those things. That enemy board is the most evil of all first turn boards, yeah. Thank you, Clickertail. Thank you, Jackie Daytona. Thank you, Ariane. Kriya, Swedish for get well. Thank you. All right. Thanks again, everyone. And I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Bye-bye.